About 4 or 5 years ago, my daughter died, and she left behind 4 young boys. At that time, I knew that there was something that wasn't, I won't say normal, but there was something different about them, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And under further research, I come to find out that they had a special need. One was autistic, and the other 3 were challenged with ADHD. And so as the more that I got involved and started to go to support groups, I started learning more about what the challenges are for those parents that are undergoing autism. And so there's a lot of unmet needs. And I'm a person that if I see an unmet need, I want to take care of it. But trying to fit or meet all the needs with someone with special needs is like trying to boil the ocean. It's called a spectrum disorder because it ranges and no characteristics are the same, and it's a broad-reaching disorder. So we picked one area that we looked at, and I wanted to find out, okay, well, what can I do? I'm not a behavioral therapist or an analyst, but I have been in technology for over 37 years. And I've been involved with the universities involved in technology transfer. So I used what was in my toolkit, and I started looking for technologies that would serve that unmet need. And I came across a technology at the University of Missouri. And even though my range was broad and I was reaching for the stars trying to solve everything, they had a very specific niche. And that was to provide social skills development for those high-functioning adolescents so that they can better be inclusive into mainstream society. They can develop social patterns that would allow them to eventually live independently. And so I worked with the university, we licensed the technology, and we brought it in-house. We started a small company, LifeSpan Behavioral Technologies. My partner, Carter Hill, came aboard, so it's me and him in the garage. And so we wanted to do great things. But the reality of a startup is that you need funding and you need resources. And a lot of times it's the chicken or the egg. So an investor would want you to have something developed before they'll give you the money, but you need the money to get something developed. And so we started to, after a year of spinning our wheels and being involved and engaged with people that didn't have the best interests at heart or couldn't see the vision, we were still at a standstill. And then one day, in the frustration, I sat back and I thought, okay, what is it that we can do? It's a God-given vision, and God will put something in our path. And so I came across a website, and it was the Art Institute. And I looked at what the Art Institute had to offer, what the classes that it had, and I wanted to see if they would entertain, an internship. So I called up and I got this gentleman named Thomas Jones, and I spoke with him, and he said, most definitely, this seems like something that we can do. So come in and let's talk. And I came to find and discover that sitting here is one of Atlanta's best kept secrets. And so we worked and we put together a program. And this is a formal internship program. We solicited students and they had to qualify. This is a class. It isn't just work for free. You're getting credits for those things, and you have to, and it's giving you real world experience. So we went through our resumes and we came up with a group of students. This group of students has been phenomenal. We required animation, design. We also required some of them to know Unity, which is a gaming language. And so these students came in They were onboarded into a formal onboarding program that we provide, and given the tools that they needed to get started. What we're developing is a 3D virtual learning environment that allows teachers and students to collaborate in world. It's based on a scientific and evidence-based curriculum that was developed out of the University of Missouri. It has 5 units, it has 37 lessons. Each of those lessons touches on a separate part or a different phase of social skills development, from identifying facial expressions, to learning how to make decisions, how to work as a team. And so what we're doing is we've divided them into teams so that they can address certain portions of this. And so with this particular technology, it's not a game, but it looks like one. And the teachers and students are in world and they're going through those lessons, and there's underlying functionality, but there's also graphics. And so it was taken from an older version of something, and these students were challenged with making it better. This group was divided into students, and they were challenged with taking different sections of this curriculum and transforming it into something of an in-world environment could be utilized in Unity 3D. And so I want to introduce these students to you so that they can tell you exactly what they've done. As you see here, this is some of their work that they've done. They've created avatars, they've created and they've rigged them. They've created 3D models of environments, of ships, of user interfaces, of buttons that's all going to be integrated into this virtual learning environment. And this isn't for play. This is something that's going to be going out to market, and our goal is to launch this to a commercial market at the end of September. So their work will be recognized. And so I want to introduce this group to you, and I'll let you introduce themselves. But we have on our designers, Ricardo, Franklin, Jesse, and Andrew. So I want them both to come up and talk to you about LifeSpan, about this internship, about what they've learned, and their perception of those things. So, Ricardo?
How is everybody? Doing good. Well, it's been a great experience. I must say, I've definitely been challenged. It definitely took me out of my comfort zone. I was in charge of some of the designing, modeling, rigging, and animating, whereas before the internship, I just did animation. But due to the needs of what we're developing, I was responsible for all of the rigging, well, most of the rigging, and it's been a great experience. Yeah, it's been good.
I find this a fantastic approach that's going here. This is not something I often hear at all, let alone the game or tech industry. For a project that's especially designed to help those of autism in general, and coming as a person who's been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, as well as another stuff like Tourette syndrome in my life, I find this hits me close to home. This is something I really want to see happen. I've really enjoyed my internship working with LifeSpan. I understand the goals. I'm primarily in charge of the drawing boards feature, particularly of the media boards feature, particularly the drawing elements. But throughout the time of the internship, I've really enjoyed it. To an extent, I may feel a bit envious sometimes too, because I wish I had this opportunity as growing up as a kid.
This LifeSpan has been so hard. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's pretty fun. I had to create how many characters in about 3 weeks? 40-something characters in 3 weeks. And they were allowing me to use at least 2 programs that were pretty awesome. So it cut down time. Excuse me. So I'm grateful for these 2. This program is going to be fun, great. So if anybody, like Franklin here, like he said, the Asperger's, Tourette's, this is going to be wonderful for them. And heck, y'all should just try the game itself. It's just fun. And the characters, y'all can see in the background, I worked on those. And heck, it's a ball for me. Y'all will enjoy it. They're very understanding people. They're very, they will work with you. They will support you in any kind of way.
My name is Andrew McLeod. I'm working as a 3D artist and texture artist for LifeSpan. Mostly I've been working on environments such as skyboxes and platforms for the orientation day for the iSocial program. What this internship has taught me so far has, I guess, how to better collaborate with programmers and other artists.
We don't want anyone that's comfortable staying inside of the box or that's afraid to take a chance. We want you to explore your full potential and to utilize all the skills that are in your tool set. What's in your mind, and get it, if you can imagine it, then put it out there. Create. And so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for innovators, creators, not task takers, and someone that do it like this. But no, come to me and say, hey, I got this idea, and let's do it like this, and we can do this better, and I got this idea to do this. Let's look at that. All ideas are welcome, but there are certain, being that this is not a game and it is a scientific application, there are certain constraints that you have to remain within in order for it to maintain its evidence, because this is an evidence-based tool based on scientific research. So it has to maintain its integrity. But if you can design and innovate within those constraints, come on. So we're going to do some great things, and we're going to have great people doing some of those great things.